Welcome back, everybody, to this week's episode of Inside Me with your host, Nick Racioppi. Let's kick that intro.
I said, didn't work. I fucking.
It's a podcast. No matter what's in my cup, what's in your cup, what's in their cup. What's in my cup is in my cup. I'm sitting here looking at Keisha like, do you love me? Do you love me not? What a week. What a week. You guys ever feel like you've been thrashed by a week? I got straight up violated last week. Been pretty rough. All up in my head. But hey, what are you going to do? Got to bounce back, right? Yeah, just a lot of stuff going on. Christmas is coming. The holidays. It's nothing but fun, joy. It's a bright holiday. You gotta have fun. Gotta have fun. And me and my kids, we made ugly sweaters for their ugly sweater day. And of course, kids being kids, it was thrashed before he even got off the bus because everybody was picking and pulling at his sweatshirt. What are you gonna do? Before my daughter even got on the bus, she bends down. Some of the paint's still wet. Smears it all over her clothes. Now, can I be infuriated? Yes. Is she 5 and really can't help herself? No. So I'm not going to hold it against her, right? Can't hold it against her. She wanted to bend down. She was probably trying to mess with her shoe or something. Maybe something stuck on her foot. What are you going to do? So now I'm just working on being a better human. I told this to my wife. I'm just trying to be a more happy person, right? I told her I idle at 60 to 80% blow up at most times. And now I'm just taking a deep breath. And I haven't had as many blow ups. And I'm telling you, my anxiety's been at a high this last week. All-time high. So much so, I had to miss open mic. And now I normally don't miss open mic, but it's my dream. It's what I got to do. It's my retirement, if you will, right? So I take it very seriously. And the week before that, did pretty all right. I went past the time a little bit, trying out a new joke, and kind of got sped through it. Wasn't able to get to the punchline. So what does that mean? Hey, make them shorter. Just make them shorter. Do what you got to do. Get off the stage. And that's, just a little tidbit from me. If you guys haven't already, check me out live, Dead Crow Comedy Room down in Wilmington, North Carolina. 8 o'clock a show. Bunch of great comics. Every Thursday. It's every Thursday. Improv night is on Wednesdays. You already know what it is, right? So if you want to see me live, soaking and joking, baby. Soaking and joking because I'm still sweaty when I get up there. Yeah, come through. Come support your mans, You guys could be here during the inception of a hopefully very successful comedy career, And I can't thank you guys enough for the support. Now, I do have that Shishmoyment coming up soon, so you guys might not be hearing from me. I'm trying to record as many episodes as I can pre-rolled, so this way, at least when I leave for my Shishmoyment for a little bit, you guys can still enjoy some of my content. Now, I don't like calling it content because I feel like content, it's are you a content creator? No, I'm not a content creator. I don't feel as that. I just like to hop up on a mic, and if people listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't. And that's cool. No one's feelings are hurt. But this started out as a way for me to get my jokes out. And I will say this. It's been a blast with you guys. In case, maybe you guys just don't see me for a while, If you guys don't see me for a while, just know I miss you, and I'll be back as soon as I can, right? I can't release a lot of the details for some of my work things, so you guys are just going to have to bear with me here. Now, I will say this. We have been doing, now that we have that out of the way, we have been doing Elf on a Shelf for my kids. It's been great. I love it. I love seeing the joy on their face, looking around the house, oh, what did the elf get into this time? For most of you, if you don't know, the Elf on the Shelf, you essentially buy this elf, and then magically, in case any kids are listening, magically it performs acts around the house, or maybe it's seen in different places, because at night when everybody's sleeping, the elf moves around. Now, the elf did make the ugly sweaters for my kids. And today or yesterday was caught trying to steal Funyuns out of our little chip bin for my kids' snack. Before that, up in the Christmas tree. Before that, drawing on stuff. Our elf sometimes can be a little mischievous. Now, it's super funny because sometimes when we fall asleep on the couch, because there are people downstairs, the elf won't move. If you get what I'm saying, right? So if anybody, not just the adults, falls asleep on the couch, the elf won't move because it doesn't want to be seen. Now we have a Toy Story, similar Toy Story, vibe going on here. It doesn't want to be seen. So what it'll do is it'll take the night off. Now, I will say this. My wife and I have been falling asleep on the couch just because it's late nights. We want to hang out while the kids are gone or up to bed. And so we hang out, and then what happens? We slam that Z button, and we start. That's a bunch of Z's, in case you guys were wondering what that noise was. So we'll fall asleep on the couch. Now, does that make us shitty parents? That's for you guys to decide. I don't know. We're at least doing the elf thing, and some of you guys probably aren't even doing that. So, I would implore you to just not judge us, okay? Because we're trying our best, and we're trying to make the holidays fun. It's a very crazy time. Have you guys done all your Christmas shopping yet? Because we haven't, and we're still behind on a lot of stuff. So, don't judge me, judge yourself. Everybody's in a race, and whoever they go against is who they go against, and we are against ourselves most of the time. My wife and I are really trying to make this holiday special, mostly because I have a shish morning coming up, so I won't have that much time with the kids for a while, so I'm trying to really make this one special and cool. And I got them some really cool gifts. I should say we got them some really cool gifts, and yeah, dude, it's just, look, Christmas, barring Halloween. Halloween's my favorite. I love the gore. I love the scariness of it, the spooky season, if you will. But Christmas is super fun just because everybody's super nice all the time. And if people just behaved how they behave now, but during the holidays, but like every day, I don't think we'd have war in societies, It's just crazy. It's like you could be nice during this time of year. Just be this nice always. Went to Dunkin' Donuts today and ordered 2 dozen donuts. The person in front of me bought them. Now, the person that was in the car with me went, "Oh, that's crazy." And this is how I know sometimes I'm a shitty human being. They're like, "Oh, so did you pay for the person behind you? Like, pay it forward?" I went, "Oops." Which I didn't even think of. And this is why sometimes I think I'm selfish. And it's a real issue in most aspects of my life. I kind of think I could derive that from being a kid. I didn't really grow up with much, so like now, in my early childhood, like once I was adopted and stuff, I had the world was my oyster. My mom really tried her best to like give me everything I ever wanted, And she did in almost every aspect. Very few times where I felt like I was ever disappointed as a kid. But what I'm getting at is I didn't pay it forward. And, I would like to apologize to the person that is probably never going to watch this podcast. But, it's like one of those things that's just like in the back of my head now. It's like, oh, dude, here's probably one of your issues, as you do some self-reflection. It's like, I might be coming up on a move here for, just changing coasts. And I had a conversation with my wife about it because it was like, the West Coast, like unless you're in New York, the comedy scene, I don't want to say it's dead. Like you have Nashville, Florida's got some good clubs, Baltimore, New York, not too much going on in Jersey, but Philly's got a big scene. But if you really think about it, like a lot of comics, just have a lot more exposure over in Los Angeles and like along the West Coast. So what I'm getting at is I could be selfish And I had this conversation with my wife. Like, all right, so we could go north, right? We'd be closer to family. But also, hear me out, we could go to LA. There is a bigger comedy scene. I might receive more exposure, which means, possibly getting out of the military early, depending on success and just the rate of like which my career could possibly move. Bigger podcast scene, more opportunities to get on podcasts, more show times, more clubs, a lot more avenues in the career direction I'm trying to go. Now, my wife has supported everything I've ever done. Nothing but support. The way she shows it could be a little bit better, right? We have that conversation all the time. I'll be like, yo, this just happened. Like, I got promoted. She'll be like, nice. She's super funny when it comes to that because it's like she's excited for me. She's happy. Like, I'll get an award or something like that. And she's just never really been good at externally supporting people. My wife has always been very supportive to herself and like introspective when it comes to her own work ethic and just how she lives her life and like how her thought process goes. So for her, what she's working on is like being able to externally support other people. And our kids have been a really big help in both of us. Because I was the same way. Like anytime I'm like, oh, cool. All right, I got that. Next. Like I'm always moving. And so is my wife. So we're very parallel when it comes to that. So when I tried to bring up an LA move, she didn't answer really. So like I don't know necessarily where to sit on it. Pause. But yeah, dude. So like I want to go, and like the selfishness in me wants to go to Los Angeles. I feel like that would be the move, just because there's nothing really that close as far as my current job that's close to like New York or anything like that. The most I could do is like Virginia, where I would be near maybe the DC and Baltimore area comedy scene, which is possible. I could try to go there, right? Or I could try and go to LA and then Virginia, right? That's my thought process on it. And try and make a name for myself and then just travel doing that, right? I just want to be the best comic I can be. And I know there's monsters out in LA, and I know there's monsters up in DC, and I know there's monsters up in New York, and I'm just trying to be the best comic I can be. Now, I'm shaking the camera a little bit because I'm getting excited. Anytime I talk about comedy, I just get really excited. It's something that's new. It's fresh. It's something I genuinely enjoy. There's nothing better than like someone's really good special to me, right? And that's like a focal point as I reflect as a kid, like watching, Comedy Central half-hour specials. Like that's where I first saw Joe Coy, Nick Swartzen, Steve Byrne. Who else? Who's the guy that's from oh damn, I can't remember his name. Josh Blue, I think I saw on a Comedy Central half-hour special. He's from Hickory. That guy. First time I saw him, I forget his name. I don't know why it's leaving my brain right now. I know it's John something. He's hysterical, right? So like there's just a bunch of people that then made the LA move, right? Like you grow up in your, comedically, like you grow up in your community or whatever, and then now it's time to take those stories on the road and like tell the general audience about some of these experiences that you've had. And that's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm just trying to build up my repertoire of experiences so that I can share them on stage. And I'm trying to get you guys on the bandwagon with me, and I can't thank you guys enough for watching as much of my podcast as you have. I've got like hours of stream time. I think it's like 4,000 hours. I think when I did my my roll up at the end of this year, so it's a lot of time, and a lot of you guys have watched since episode 1. So I thank you. I can't thank you guys enough, and just know that big stuff could be happening soon. I'm gonna go away for this shishmoyment, and hopefully I don't, lose my luster or like lose track of like where I would like my career to go. But I guess this has turned more into like a serious sit down talk. But I want to know your guys' feedback. Do you guys enjoy the podcast? Is it something you guys can kind of look forward to every weekend? And yeah, I love your guys' feedback. The comments are great always. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just in a weird spot right now where I could make a decision. Like when you have those decisions, right? Hold on. You come to a crossroad, right? And it's like, all right, this could be one of those decisions that like takes me away from where I want to go or towards it. And it's like I'm at that crossroad right now and I'm recognizing it. It's a little bit more important than like, do I want steak tonight or do I want chicken? Do I listen to Siri and take this road or do I get lost? And that's kind of my thought process now. So thank you guys, I guess, for listening to that part. What I would like to talk about this week are presents. You guys aware it's National Present Day and about when this releases, we got about like 5 days. If my math is definitely off, it's like 8 days, but hear me out, 7 days, whatever, it's a week. What are you guys getting for your kiddos? What are you guys getting for your significant other? You guys can't answer me right now, but I wanted you guys to get a second and reflect. Reflect on that. Because I'm trying to get as many gifts as I can for my kids, and we're kicking it old school this year. I'm not gonna spoil it. Fuck it, I'll spoil it. My kids aren't gonna fucking listen to this shit. I got my son a fucking Game Boy SP, dog. I went old school, and I got him all of the Pokemon. I got him Sapphire, Leaf Green, Fire Red, Red, Blue. I got it all, son. I got it all. And I was thinking about getting him a Game Boy Color, but then I was like, there's no backlight. They were just as expensive now as the SPs were. So I was like, dude, fuck this. I'm getting him an SP. Got him the SP. He's going to fucking love it. Now, I will say this. My daughter was a little bit harder to shop for. She wants to be a superstar. She wants to do dances. She wants to do gymnastics. She wants to do all this stuff. So what did I think of? Karaoke motherfucking microphone, son. She's going to have a party on the microphone singing, and then I got her a ring light so she can hook up what you guys are seeing and start making some dance videos, baby. Let's start supporting these kids. I'm investing time into these kids, man. I'm raising them right. I'm trying to. Got to raise them right. Now, we don't have the most money in the world, but I still want to make it a very special Christmas. So I hope you guys are going hard for your kiddos if you have any. If you don't, go hard on the significant other. If not, go hard on yourself. Get a VR set. Get a VR set, monthly subscription to Pornhub. Do your thing. Treat yourself, king or queen. Play DJ, mix it up if you're a woman. Or just mash those potatoes. You guys know what I'm talking about. Mash those potatoes if you're a fucking guy. You know what I'm saying? Because this year sucked. But your Christmas doesn't have to. So let's get in the gift of giving. Use promo code Nick for Fleshlight. No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine? I would like to be sponsored by Fleshlight. So shout out to Fleshlight. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for listening to this episode. Gifts have been great. Yeah, just remember, pay it forward. Have a good season. I'll see you guys on Christmas where I'll record a special episode, hopefully. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for your support to the podcast. If you want to see me live, don't forget Dead Crow Comedy Room, 8 o'clock, Thursday nights, every Thursday. Let's do this thing. Love ya. Peace.